Hello Virgo friends, I'm Annie Botticelli and welcome to my Virgo May 2025 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. I'm calling the theme of this month, Fiery Destiny Upgrade Awaits, Virgo's Phoenix Moment, and I'll get into all of the details as to why. I'm going to give you a checklist of the best things to do to make the best use of the starry possibilities right now. This is for you if Virgo is your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign, or any other Virgo placement you're listening for. What I'm going to talk about here is part of your astrological picture. Very late degree Virgo friends, so birthdays like September 15th through the rest of the sign, or Virgo degrees 23 degrees through the rest of the sign. I suggest you additionally listen to my Libra report, as you very late degree friends will benefit from both readings. So most of the short-term, time-sensitive May things that are going on are happening in the top right quadrant. You can see it's very full there. Podcast listeners, I am putting the chart back as the thumbnail again if you want to take a peek and see all of that activity in the top right, focusing on the 8th and 9th house. I'm going to talk about what that means and explain what best things are here to do for you. Okay, so when there is a stellium of Aries transits, as we have now, first of all, the thing to know is that ambitions will be high. And this coming after 9 months of personal planet retrogrades that were slowing us down and slowing everything down. Big point about May is that as of May 17th, we're out of the post-retrograde shadow transit of Venus, which means from May 17th into all of June and a little beyond, we are in that open window where the tides are finally going out. Okay, so the action-oriented nature of Aries will have amazing expression with the combination of the tides going out. Something else very important to know about this month is though it will carry intensity, and I will talk about that. It's a different kind of intensity than what you've just gone through, having had the second of what will be many eclipses in your sign or your opposing sign. We are in the midst, as of the end of 2024, on a Pisces Virgo eclipse cycle that goes into 2027. And every 6 months, all of the changes that are coming to be are bursting out of your unconscious space and into your external experience. And then they settle back down and then they come back up every 6 months. So that's going to be the pattern that has just been the pattern. March and April was very intense for Virgo placements with that March eclipse. And you still may be getting news and information coming in from that. But May is much lighter as it relates to eclipse news and information, and you're getting more into like a new norm or your new normal after the eclipse changes that happened. Also important to know about this month is that we have predominantly positive aspects. Aspects are the connections that planets make to each other, and when they're in nice angles, those are sweet stars, as I like to call them. So there are 5 times more sweet aspects this month compared to the salty ones. All right. I'm not going to go into a lot of dates. I will be giving you a few. If you like the dates, definitely go to anniehelpsyou.com, put your name and email address in the welcome letter, click on the archive, and then in the search bar, put May 2025 astrology, and you will get my sweet and salty dates. You will get my favorite, dates and the ones to watch out for, etc. But what we need to know now is that the predominance of the aspects are sweet, and there's really just one salty one and a few that could go either way. All right, so this is just kind of the mood of the month. It's lighter from the eclipses passing. It's, in the flow where 9 months we've been waiting for these tides to go out, and they finally are. You no longer have to wait on the beach and let the tides come in and bring to you what you need to deal with. Now you can put your boats, put your message in a bottle, put everything out that you want to travel far and wide, and those tides will take it far and wide. So this is a time for making big decisions and having the support of the universe for forward movement. And Aries is supporting that forward movement, okay? So this is going to be a time of action, and it is going to be a time when you have to act and you have to make a decision about some things. And we're seeing a bit of a pressure point because of the angle that Aries makes to Virgo. So you will be feeling, okay, it's time to, crap or get off the pot, as they say, and so I'm going to give you the checklist of the kinds of things that are good to do now and that the universe is supporting well with these stars. The first thing is it's time to really step into your power. The 8th house is very much about empowerment. And the Aries combination is about taking action. So making fearless decisions, assessing what needs to change and see what you're willing to do about it. Letting go of hesitation, This is very much about bold choices in emotional and financial and personal matters. And you may find that, you've got to make decisions and it will be time to make them. You may see a lot of energy come up about money and shared money, taxes, inheritances, spousal money, retirement, investing. And this is a good time for all of those types of things, especially in the second half of the month as we get completely clear from the Venus retrograde. Okay, so the other thing to do on our checklist at this time for Virgos is to assess your shared finances and debts. All right. This is complements of the 8th house, which rules this space, your joint accounts, your loans, credit, government assistance, angel investor money. This may be a time to negotiate or consolidate or take financial risks for long-term gains. And, it may be very well supported at this time, but the assessment process is what's really on the checklist. This may also be a time to assess and set different boundaries. This 8th house has to do with the merging of emotional and, spiritual and sexual even, and the world of power. And, this is a time when the energetics where you're very much entangled with people has to be assessed and possibly boundaries either lifted or set in these deep emotional and these financial ties. So questions to ask yourself, like who is holding the power over your emotions or your finances or your life direction? Are there places you can take back control and cut these toxic ties and reclaim your independence? Because this Aries energy is very much about autonomy, very much about independence, at the same time as the 8th house is very much about interdependence and merging your energies. So kind of assessing that space. This 8th house is very much about the Phoenix. That's why I have Virgo's Phoenix moment here. The eclipses are already bringing a lot of those Phoenix moments. And here with this loaded 8th house, house of the Phoenix, you're having this opportunity again. So what old things can you eliminate to make way for renewal? What habits, what relationships, what financial patterns are no longer serving you? What toxic money is coming to you, or it might not even be worth the money because of the energies that it comes along with? Are you ready to embrace a rebirth? You'll notice things are ending to make space for something new, and that's very much current this month. Something else on the checklist is to release fears around vulnerability, which is ruled by this 8th house, and financial independence. So you may be ready to ask for a raise or start a new investment or invest in your dream, launch your business. This is a fantastic time for that. And in the days around the 18th, we've got Chiron, the wounded healer, and Jupiter making an amazing angle together. And when that happens, this can bring lemonade from old lemons and really put you in a very positive position from difficulties that you've had in the past. You'll be feeling this beautiful angle all of April, all of May, all of June, but it culminates in these times around May 18th. And notice that May 17th is when the Venus shadow passes. So the 18th and the days around there are very full of forward movement and healing that can progress from, work that you've done in the past. So it might be time to take those steps to becoming more financially self-sufficient. And Aries is saying, stop waiting, act now. The planets being very much moving forward are also saying the same thing. Something else on my checklist for you is healing these deep fears like traumas and past baggage and doing whatever psychological or spiritual work that you need to explore the shadows and to explore your personal growth. Energy work, therapy, hypnosis, journaling, meditating, prayer can definitely unlock a major breakthrough and bring you those Phoenix moments. Something to look out for at this time is power struggles. It may be a time to stand firm in your strength. And there may be conflicts that are arising over control of your destiny, of your future, of your life, of your happiness. So this might be a time to not shrink back. Now that is, of course, if you're in a safe space. If you're not in a safe space, all of this very intense energy, could bring challenges. So just always, making sure that you are in a safe space to assert those boundaries. But if you are, this may be a time to not shrink back and to really stand up for yourself and what you truly deserve and to assess what that is. This is also a time to add to your checklist stepping into your personal confidence, owning your desires, being direct, breaking past fears of rejection, releasing shame, just really fully embracing your authentic self and getting more insight into what that is. Also in your checklist for this Aries energy in the 8th house is taking calculated risks that aren't going to make you lose everything, but you may have to invest a little bit. Some big rewards can really come from bold moves at this time, and this isn't a time to play small. We're getting out of that time. We've been in the time to experiment, to kind of not do anything too risky. But when it comes to your inner world, your finances, your relationships, the more you step up, the more you may gain at this time. Now, it's not just in the 8th house that we have this stellium going on right now for Virgos. As the planets join the sun in the 9th house of Sagittarius in the sign of Taurus, Mercury will get there, Venus will get there, the sun's there, Hygeia's there. Long term, we still have Uranus there. This is a different type of energy. This 8th house energy is the phoenix moment, the pushing you towards the radical transformation. And this is a little bit different. This is about saying yes to growth and learning. In fact, I'm putting that on your checklist, exploring new knowledge and skills and certifications, and that can increase your financial capacity to earn money and your enrichment as a person. Expanding your horizons. This 9th house ruled by Sagittarius is all about that. And Virgo has earth energy in that Sagittarius house, which makes it a little bit easier for you to take the Taurus disciplined path with your studies and, plodding through to get to the goodies at the end. So this is a really good time to add to your checklist to have travel or cultural experiences or spiritual exploration, which all can bring life-changing insights at this time. And you may literally be traveling to a different country or learning a language or having international business interactions. Also on your checklist is to build a practical vision for the future. This is, again, the practicality of Taurus, but the vision, the bird's eye view of the 9th house. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for the combination of sustainable goals, not just big dreams, but what steps will get you there. And you may be taking some of those important steps now. Now, if it happens to be that some of those important steps involve learning astrology, definitely go to beastropro.com, beastropro.com, and see how I teach astrology as a language and a systematic way to help you use it for whatever you'd like to, earn money, have it be a profession, help yourself and others. But, these are the kinds of things that we're looking for you at this time, is something that is organized, that will help you expand your horizons, but have a systematic approach. So anything like that will be good now. And investing in wisdom. Really, our greatest investment is in ourselves. And your money-making capacity or your capacity to enrich yourself is going to be very much boosted at this time. So figuring out what kind of wisdom, reading or mentoring or seeking guidance, business leaders, spiritual guides who align with your values, and, getting involved in some sort of regimented program that really can help you invest in the wisdom that other people have and make that your own. Also, the Taurus energy here can help you strengthen your beliefs and ethics and your philosophy and your faith and your evolving mindset. So you may notice some strides in how you view the world, in ways that can truly align with who you are. Something else that you may do is take a financial leap in business or education. Smart, steady investments in your learning, in publishing, in international ventures, or you as a teacher. This 9th house really is also education for you being the one teaching, not just learning. So the bottom line is this is a very powerful time for expansion. That's what the word is for this area of the chart, expansion, but doing it the Taurus way. So like a slow, steady, practical growth that will lead to these real results. And the whole while that these Taurus transits are occurring, they're making the most fabulous aspect in all of astrology called the trine with Virgo placements. So it can be really, really, really productive. We've got the fire and the ambition of Aries. We've got the motivation. We've got the forward movement of the stars shifting tides. Then we've got the practical steps of what you want to build. This could be long term too. What do you want to build over the next year, 5 years, 10 years? This is a time to lay these solid foundations. Now, a couple of other points of things that are happening. Neptune changed signs this month, and that was in April, but I have a special video about that. So look for Annie Botticelli, Neptune in Aries. I have a lot of general information of the types of things that can come, and at the end I do have a time stamped per sign. Jupiter is about to change signs. We'll talk about that more next month, although you will start feeling the changes of where it's going, trying to enhance your social and team and community efforts. And you'll be feeling that at the same time as it's closing out the expansion in your work and career sector. A couple of other dates to note. May 12th, the days around May 12th, we do have a full moon in Scorpio at 22 degrees. And so look for fullness, completion, fruition, drama, things being elucidated in the days around the 12th. Then there's a new moon in Gemini that may send you packing and, may also bring something to, a new seed planting effort in your work and career in the days around the 26th at that 6-degree Gemini new moon. So again, if you like all the dates, go to anniehelpsyou.com, get my sweet and salty dates story that I write every month, plus my weekly newsletter, including mini astrology lessons. You get my zodiac health tips, so much more. If you want to know where the movement of the outer planets, Pluto recently changed signs, very rare. Uranus will be changing signs this year. Jupiter's going to change signs in June. Neptune just changed signs. So if you want to know how that's affecting you personally, plus get more insights about the global effects of these transits, go to anniebclarity.com, Annie, the letter B, clarity.com, and see my detailed outer planet transit report. It's a series of videos that will go into the general transits, plus your personalized chart transits and the dates that those transits are there for you. And of course, if you want to learn astrology, go to beastropro.com, beastropro.com. The place to sign up for the sweet and salty newsletter is anniehelpsyou.com. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next month. Bye.